The story of Mike Tyson's battles with Donovan Razor Ruddock stands as one of the most brutal and unforgettable chapters in heavyweight boxing history. A collision of raw power, unrestrained aggression, and unstoppable will. What made this rivalry legendary was not just the violence exchanged in the ring, but the unshakable belief both men carried into battle. Tyson, the reigning king, feared by every contender of his era, walked into their first encounter with a mission far more personal than victory. Ruddock had dared to provoke him publicly, mocking him, challenging him, and claiming he could withstand the storm that had destroyed every opponent before him. In Tyson's eyes, this was blasphemy. It was not enough to win. Ruddock needed to be broken, humiliated, erased as a threat. The atmosphere surrounding their first fight felt like a powder keg ready to explode. When the bell rang, the tension instantly transformed into chaos. Tyson charged forward like an enraged animal, determined to overwhelm Ruddock with pressure and speed. For a moment it appeared that the fight would follow the familiar Tyson script: intimidation, domination, destruction. The crowd roared as Tyson bullied Ruddock around the ring, slamming hooks to the body and twisting his torso with every blow. But then the narrative shifted. Ruddock refused to fold. He absorbed Tyson's best early work, steadied himself, and began to fire back with a punch that had terrified the division. An awkward, devastating hybrid strike that blended the upward force of an uppercut with a wide arc of a hook. That unique smash punch carved its way through Tyson's defenses and told the world that Ruddock was not another victim. He was a threat. The moment Tyson dropped Ruddock in the third round, fans believed the inevitable was coming. Tyson smelled blood, pacing forward with that cold intensity that made him the most feared finisher in boxing. But this time, something astonishing happened. Ruddock stood back up and did not retreat. Instead, he moved toward Tyson and fired back with everything he had, landing heavy shots that stunned even Iron Mike. It was one of the rare moments in Tyson's career when his aura of invincibility flickered. Fans watching saw a challenger who not only survived Tyson's power but dared to trade with him. The arena was electric, the crowd torn between shock and exhilaration, unable to believe what they were witnessing. However, the fight took a dramatic turn in the seventh round when Tyson unleashed a terrifying barrage of punches that forced the referee to jump in and stop the fight. The decision instantly ignited outrage. Ruddock was still standing, still conscious, still willing to continue. The stoppage felt premature, and the reaction inside the arena became explosive. Fans threw objects, security swarmed the ring, and chaos flooded the building. Even Tyson himself looked dissatisfied, knowing that the insult Ruddock had delivered before the fight remained unresolved. The world demanded answers, and the only solution was a rematch. The months leading up to the second fight were filled with hostility. Ruddock bombarded Tyson with insults, refusing to let the narrative end with a referee's decision. His confidence seemed unshakable, and he vowed to finish what he started. Tyson, furious and insulted, promised destruction. Promoters immediately recognized the financial potential. The rematch was marketed as a gladiatorial showdown between two men who wanted nothing more than to hurt each other. Fans anticipated a war unlike anything seen before. When the second fight finally arrived, the opening bell unleashed a storm. Tyson attacked with reckless fury, determined to silence any remaining doubt. Within moments, he dropped Ruddock with a crushing overhand right that sent shockwaves through the arena. Most fighters would have stayed down, accepting defeat. Ruddock refused. He rose again, battered but defiant, only to be knocked down a second time by another brutal shot. Yet once more, he stood up. It was this resilience that transformed their rivalry from a simple contest into the stuff of legend. As the rounds progressed, Ruddock clawed his way back into the fight. He landed heavy blows that snapped Tyson's head back, including the long-awaited smash punch that rocked the champion to his core and sent his mouthpiece flying. For a moment, Tyson staggered, clearly affected. The audience gasped as Ruddock chased him, sensing that history could be rewritten. The image of Mike Tyson, the unstoppable destroyer, suddenly being pressured by a man he had knocked down twice, created one of the most dramatic turnarounds in heavyweight memory. The middle rounds became a violent exchange of power, both fighters unleashing combinations that would have ended lesser men. Each connected punch sent sweat flying through the air like mist, each impact echoing with the force of sledgehammers. The sound of glove on bone carried a grim tone that reminded everyone in attendance of the true brutality of the sport. It was no longer simply a fight. It was survival. Tyson, refusing to surrender the throne, dug deeper than ever. He pushed forward, throwing vicious hooks and uppercuts, proving why he was considered one of the greatest finishers in history. Ruddock, driven by pride and defiance, answered with his own artillery, refusing to bow. The crowd witnessed something rare: Iron Mike being matched in heart and toughness. The final bell brought relief not only to the fighters, who had endured unimaginable punishment, but to the viewers who could barely process the violence they had seen. When the judges awarded Tyson the victory by unanimous decision, the boxing world accepted that the king had defended his crown. But Ruddock earned something priceless. He proved that he could stand toe-to-toe with the most feared fighter of the era and survive. His jaw had been broken early in the fight, yet he continued to battle. Even Tyson acknowledged his power afterward, recognizing that Ruddock had pushed him in ways few ever could. Sadly, this incredible rivalry marked the end of an era. Tyson's life soon spiraled into legal troubles and imprisonment, permanently altering the trajectory of his career. He never again displayed the same unstoppable ferocity or physical dominance. Ruddock, shattered physically and emotionally by these battles, never reached the heights many expected. The defeats changed him, leaving permanent damage that he could not overcome. Their rivalry stands today as one of the most intense and violent in boxing history. Two men, both powerful and fearless, collided in a way that will forever be remembered. It was the last time fans saw the pure, unfiltered version of Mike Tyson, the predator who ruled the heavyweight division with unmatched aggression and brutality. Now the question goes to you. Do you believe Ruddock was the toughest opponent Tyson ever faced in his prime? Would their rivalry have continued if fate had not intervened? Share your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another deep dive into boxing's greatest moments. Your support keeps this journey going, and there are many more legendary stories still to tell.